Hello, good morning, everyone. This is your host, Alexa, and you are at. So you gotta chill, sit down, because we're going to talk about our life unfiltered and underrated dramas. Okay, first, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported the first episode. I had no internet connection in my apartment, so I need to find ways on how to upload this video. But here we are today at our second episode. Hello, you say, meow, meow. For the second episode, we are going to talk about how I was able to overcome the independent battles when I start living here alone in Manila. For some reason, I really love watching or, you know, just binge watching living alone vlogs, maybe on TikTok or YouTube. Personally, I love Maeve from local vloggers, and international, I love Lena Lifts. So they're giving a different vibes. Maeve is like a very simple. I think she's living in a province, but she's living alone, so she's very independent, and it's a faceless video. Lena Lifts, she's living in New York, my dream country. She's very inspiring because she keeps on motivating people, but it's very realistic because she also but it's very realistic because she also shares her struggles. And I love watching realistic living alone vlogs. I don't like watching, you know, um ordering foods worth 4,000 just for yourself. I don't like that kind of videos. It's just so satisfying watching this kind of vlogs because, it gives you a lot of inspiration. It gives you a lot of ideas on what you can do on your own apartment. It's very realistic. So you know to yourself that you're not just the one striving in this world full of independent people. So yeah, follow them on their YouTube channel, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna share with you wholeheartedly my experiences, my mistakes, so you don't have to copy mine. How I wish that I didn't made those mistakes back then. How I wish that I was able to learn by books, by watching other people. But I gotta experience those things. I gotta be on that specific road to learn, to learn these experiences, to apply, to execute it in the next future. Yeah, so the first one would be fighting loneliness. It's a battle that not everyone know about. Some people don't understand what you're going through, but some people will say that you're too dependent with others. Independent girls need support systems too. May it be friends, families, but if you are independent, there is this character within you that you don't like to share with everyone. Let's say you're struggling with this thing and you still don't want to share it with your family. So you have to find ways, you have to figure it out on your own. Before, let's say 3 years ago, I am very dependent with my friends. Like, I really need them in my life. Let's say at this hour, I need them. I'm gonna call them, and then I wish someone will show up. I would ask them to stay over for like days in my room. Just I just need someone to vent out my feelings, my emotions. But I realized that not everything is all about you. Not everything is all about me. So I've got to learn how to manage my own emotions, how to fight the silent battles every single night. Your friends have their own lives too. and they gotta live their own. So you have to know, you have to learn how to handle yours. There's this time when when I always wanted my friends to stay over. Not until I realized that I am surrounded by the wrong people. So I got no boundaries, I got no walls. It's because I am lonely, so I need anyone, just anyone to support me, to be my support system. Just anyone who will listen to me venting out, just anyone who I can show my vulnerable side with. So that's my biggest mistake. I admit that I was able to, you know, show my vulnerable sides to people who listens to me, because not everyone who listens to you is your friend. So you have to be careful about this. Not because you're lonely, you can be an open door to everyone. So that's my biggest mistake. I did not learn how to create walls, to create boundaries, until I am being taken advantage of, until I until I forgot who I really am, just to please these people. When you realize this someday, the feeling is surreal. Para kang pinapalayan ng sarili mong thoughts. So, at least I learned it early. I learned it not so early, but at least I learned it. I learned my boundaries. Um, Now I get to pick the people that I would love to stay in my life. I get to pick my friends, the people that I am surrounded with. So I would always believe in the saying that, tell me who your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Loneliness and being alone is different. Is different. Not because you're alone, you can be lonely. Sometimes you can be in a relationship, or you can live with an extended family but still feel lonely within yourself. Sometimes I find beauty in being alone. Let's say you're eating alone outside, you're eating alone in a mall, in a restaurant outside. Let's say an old woman um, walking with her dog outside in the morning, or an old man by himself running. When I find a woman buying herself a bouquet or vlogging outside, I love the confidence. I love that they don't care about anyone who's seeing them. I love how they are living their lives, because I want that someday. That's why I'm helping myself. So what I'm doing is, consistently, let's say every month, I go out alone with myself, like dating myself. So I just have like once in a month to do that. Maybe I watch cinemas by myself, because you have to enjoy how to live your own life, how to enjoy your own company, because until the end of time, it's just you yourself. Go out, treat yourself a coffee, or if you don't have enough money, or if you're saving, you can go out to run or walk, just walk, every morning or every night if you have time. Just do something with yourself that you are not usually doing. Just learn how to create bond or connection with yourself. It's very important to build a healthy relationship with yourself. For the second chapter, it would be, I think this is the most, or no, 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 this is not the most difficult, but it's one of the most difficult, because time management is so easy to say, but it's so hard to execute, especially that we are so drained every single day. So the tendency is, pag uwi mo sa bahay, you just, you know, higa ka, scroll, doom scrolling for like 2, 3 hours. is instead of doing productive things that will benefit you, um you just allow yourself to waste like 3 to 4 hours doom scrolling because I don't know, you're feeling lonely, or because you're too tired, you're too drained. Well, if you're exhausted, you can just sleep, okay? You can shower and then sleep. At least you were able to rest and it's healthier for you. But I don't think that there is benefit with doom scrolling. I admit that whenever I'm drained, I do doom scrolling on TikTok, YouTube. I don't really like wasting my time. So in order to avoid that behavior, um I would do little things, like little things. Let's say just stand. Get your phone out of your sight and stand. That's it. And then tuloy-tuloy na yun. Get a cup of coffee, and then later you can see yourself just sweeping the floor, cleaning the house, and then you're done with your thing. You just have to do it. Just have to stand. And whenever I get home, I don't go directly to the bed. I would go to the sink. I would check if there is a glass of coffee that I left, and then I would wash that glass. And then after that, I can see myself feeding my cats, cleaning the bathroom, and then I would clean the floor as well. And then yeah, that's it. Shower and then sleep. It's a domino effect. So you just have to do it. It's the secret. You just have to do it. Start with little habits like standing, or opening the book. You don't have to read immediately. You don't have to read immediately. You just need to open the book, and that's it. It's the secret, written in the Atomic Habits. So you better read that book if you want change. Okay. And then for time management, I really struggled a lot with it. I was a procrastinator. I really procrastinate a lot with a lot of things, not just at school, not just at work. There are just certain days in our lives wherein, we just tell ourselves at the end of that day, it's a bad day. It's a really bad day. So, hands up. That's why it's called discipline, because it's being tested during the challenging times. It's not called discipline if it's just easy for you. If in just a snap you're good at it, if in just snap you're already fit. Discipline is self-respect. The least thing that you can do for yourself every single day is to follow your schedule. Let's say your clock alarms at 9 a.m. and then you still want 5 minutes and then 5 minutes, and then it's self-respect. Every single time that you dismiss that alarm, it means that you are not respecting yourself. You are not respecting your time. You're not respecting your boundaries. I stopped doing that. Actually, I stopped doing that. I was before. I am a very dismissing person with my schedule, with my tasks, but at the end of the day, it feels so bad. I felt so bad at the end of the day. So I don't like that feeling. The feeling of being productive gives you a lot of energy, gives you a lot of adrenaline. I like that feeling. I really, really love that. And that's the time when I feel like, yeah, I deserve something. And then, yeah, you just gotta tap yourself on the shoulder and say, good job. Good job for the day. For the third one, it would be so I went through a lot of financial struggles because everything I had is from zero. So I went through a lot of mistakes when it comes to handling money, creating money, protecting my money. I don't like to go back to those experiences because it's very traumatizing. Um, I just want to embrace this moment, to be grateful with everything I have right now. I just want to be proud of myself in the present of how I was able to went through those things alone. Financial struggles is not just difficult. If you are in that situation right now and you're still alive, but you have financial difficulties, and I'm proud of you. You're gonna make it someday. If you're still hopeful that someday everything that you're working hard for will be fruitful, I am proud of you. It's not The reality of this economic is not giving. We are working so hard, but the bills, the expenses, the miscellaneous, everything, the tuition fees, the everything is increasing. You know, this economic is crazy. So we just gotta learn how to create money, handle money, protect, invest, whatever, make the money works for you. And I learned those things when I personally study financial literacy. It's it's very underrated. It's not being taught in school. It's not being taught in your household. Well, if it's being taught in your household, then good for you. Because not everyone is being encouraged to learn about financial literacy, to learn about financial independence. Everything comes with experience. You have to experience this kind of things. You have to experience having zero balance before you yourself bring out the best in you to create money. If you are just a normal people, you really have to go through these things. You have to experience having zero balance. You have to experience having nothing just to prove to yourself that you can make it someday. You have to experience working so hard, like so hard, but nothing is happening. You know, you have to be hopeful. You have to be. There are a lot of you have to before you go there, before you become financially independent, before you become financially stable. And when you say financially stable, it's not having a stable job, it's different. When you say financially stable, it means that you can go away for, let's say, a month, but still you're capable of paying for your monthly expenses. It's what we call financial stability. You're secured. Your money is working for you and you are not working for money. You have knowledge you invested with yourself. That's what you call financial stability. You know how to handle money. You know how to protect your money. So if you have those kind of knowledge, you will never go poor. You will be wealthy for the rest of your life. Being financially independent is so stressful because you have to pay for everything, especially for those of you who are also breadwinners. Your expenses is more than the amount of your salary for that specific cutoff. It's so stressful. Aside from that, you have to sacrifice spending time with your family, with your friends. It's just so stressful. So if you leave alone, you have to make sure that you are aiming for the better. You are aiming to be financially literate because it's very important. It's a very important factor in your life. Okay. For everyone. This is not just applicable for one person. Your financial journey is personal, but everyone should learn it. Maybe we can talk about more of the financial thing on our next episodes. So stay tuned. Okay, for the last one, it would be allowing positive energies only. And when I say energy, I'm not talking about the high, low energy of your vibes, of your. No, it's not that. I'm talking about people. When I say people, as I mentioned earlier, you have to have boundaries within yourself. You have to know who are the negative and who are the positive people. Okay, you have to be careful with those people who are entering your life, your home, your apartment. Not everyone is your friend. So you don't just invite them because you're free. So you don't just, I'm finally free. I want to invite everyone. I want to invite all of my colleagues. I want to invite all of my classmates. No, do not, do not do that. Um, I believe in evil eye, not specifically the symbol, but I believe in the concept of evil eye, wherein there are this kind of people who are just watching you over because they want to know when you're going to fall, when you're going to lose in life. So they are just pretending that they are waiting for you to win, but deep in their black hearts, they're just waiting for you to fall. But worst is they are bringing you down with them. So you have to be careful with this kind of people because not everyone who listens to you is your friend. So you don't just have to so you don't say inuman tayo lahat sa bahay ganyan. No, I did that. I did that. Nakisama ako, I tried my best. It's because nakikisama ako or because sometimes I pick this kind of people to be in my circle because I am lonely because I want someone to talk to because this kind of person is a listener, so they're very engaging, I thought they're very mature, we had a healthy friendship relationship, but at the end of the day, it's betrayal, it's pain. You know, what's giving is not giving. What's giving is not giving. So trust your instinct, trust your heart, trust what your heart is telling you. So, yeah, attract positive energies only. So you can let your friends, the true ones, to come in your home because your apartment is your safe space, it's your place, it's your place to rest, it's your place to manifest, it's your your place. So you just have to be careful of who are watching you over, not because you're mata pobre, hipokrito. Okay, fine, just tell what you want to tell. And speaking of negative, positive energies, make sure that you are cleaning your house. Do not be a procrastinator when it comes to your home. So first reason is because of your health. Of course, you have to maintain a clean environment. But second is positive energy. So if your house is clean, you're attracting a positive energy to come into your home. And one thing I learned from Lena Lifts, my favorite international vlogger, she said that um, your night is considered as the next morning. So let's say during the night you are a procrastinator. You just put your dishes in the sink and then sleep. You didn't prepare your clothes. You didn't prepare your breakfast. So the next morning you will be rushed. And I don't like that feeling, yung nagmamadali ka. Marami kang makakalimutan, hindi maganda yung start ng araw mo. So, yeah. You just have to prepare for the next morning to come. Okay? Well, I think that's it for today. Maybe we can talk about the little things detailed by detailed on another episode. Let me know, guys, what you want to talk about. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching or listening till the end of this video. I love you so much.